Hey everybody, my 4K60 Pro has finally arrived. Let's go ahead and unbox it. Okay, what's up everybody? I am Daniel Day and I am back again with yet another unboxing video for DDay Gaming. As you can probably guess, today we're going to be unboxing this 4K60 Pro internal capture card from Elgato Gaming, and I cannot begin to tell you how excited I have been waiting for this little guy to arrive. Those of you that have been following my channel for a while are already well aware of the fact that I am a huge 4K junkie. But sadly, one crucial piece of hardware has been missing from my setup up until this point, and that is a capture card capable of dealing with the strenuous requirements for 4K 60 gameplay recording as well as streaming. As a result, for over a year with my PS4 Pro and more recently with my Xbox One X, I have been forced to play everything at 1080p just so I can stream it out to my awesome community. Let's go ahead and get the camera angle swapped around so we can do this unboxing up proper. Okay, so before we actually cut this open, figured we'd take a real quick look around the packaging. Looks like here on the front, we've got the fancy new Elgato logo. It says 4K60 Pro, and below that, the tagline, capture 4K flawlessly. Looks like we've got a photo of the card itself looking very, very snazzy. Down here at the bottom, it says 4K60 capture, PCI Express or PCIe interface, as well as instant game view. Nothing super interesting on this side, nor on the bottom here, but on this side, it gives you a listing of what's in the box, which is the 4K60 Pro card itself, as well as an HDMI cable. Nothing on the top. And on the back here, it looks like we've got a photo of the capture card installed in an actual PC, which is really neat. And then down here, it says ultra quality, capture your gameplay in immaculate 4K resolution at 60 frames per second. Ultra tech, power your workflow with superior low latency technology. And ultra content, record with ease and export to your favorite app. Another picture of the back of the card right here. Down here, we've got a list of the system requirements as well as the technical specifications, which are very, very important to be aware of if you're thinking about picking one of these cards up. So, as far as the system requirements go, it says Windows 10 64-bit is required. As far as the processor goes, you need a 6th gen Intel Core i7 CPU or an AMD Ryzen 7 or better. Graphics card-wise, it looks like you're going to need an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 10 series or an AMD Radeon RX Vega or better. And since this is a PCIe-based card, you're going to need a 4X, 8X, or 16X slot available to plug this guy into. Over here under technical specifications, it's just letting you know that the input needs to be unencrypted HDMI, and the output here is a lag-free HDMI pass-through. And the supported resolutions are up to 2160p at 60 frames per second, which is what most of us call 4K60. Last but not least, at the bottom here, it actually says that this card is perfect for the PS4 Pro, the Xbox One X, Twitch, and YouTube. I'll tell you what, squeeze Mixer in right here, and we have achieved perfection. All right, so I see a couple of pieces of tape here and here. Let's go ahead and cut those open and get to the main event. Ah, more tape. Good thing we got this. All right, you ready? I know I am. Let's see here. Oof, look at that. So over here, it looks like we have got some installation instructions for the card itself, as well as a website to go download the software for it from Elgato. And then over on this side, it looks like we have got the capture card itself, something underneath it, and whatever this is right here. Looks like it is a badge that you can put on the front of your PC with real 3M double-sided sticky tape. Classy, Elgato. Back to the card itself. Let's go ahead and get this out of here and take a look. Oof, man, that thing is definitely heavier and bigger than the HD60 Pro that I have been using up until today. But what do you expect, right? This thing is significantly more powerful. So obviously down here on the bottom, you've actually got your connectors for when you're plugging it in to the motherboard. That is what the front of the card looks like. Here we go from the side. I wonder if that logo lights up. That would be super cool. Pretty standard front, although obviously you're not going to see it once it's actually installed in your computer. And on the back, you've got an Elgato logo as well as the HDMI in and out. And look at that, they're actually labeled the correct way. Normally that kind of stuff is labeled upside down. But I'll tell you what, this texture here on the back plate, I don't know how well that's showing up on camera, is super nice. I won't actually see it either once it's installed in my computer, but yeah, real classy touch right there. I like that quite a bit. Outside of that, looks like we got an instruction manual right here as well as an HDMI cable. Awesome. And of course, for comparison, here is what it looks like next to my HD60 Pro. Where'd it go? Okay, so let me go ahead and get this installed in my PC, play around with it for a little bit, and I will be right back with some initial impressions. Okay, so I went ahead and got the card installed in my new streaming PC, so let's go ahead and get started with the initial impressions. Actually, installing the capture card in my Alienware Aurora was super simple. I did run into a few issues figuring out how to get the thing open, as well as access the PCIe ports, but that is a problem with the computer's design itself, not an issue with this awesome new capture card. As far as software goes, I just downloaded the 4K capture utility from Elgato's website, clicked the install button, and one quick reboot later, I was capturing gorgeous 4K gameplay at 60 frames per second. It really was just that easy. One thing that I've been curious about since ordering this card is whether or not it actually would work with their existing Game Capture HD software, as I've been actually using that to stream for about the last year, and I love it. And it turns out it totally works, provided that you're willing to set your shiny new Xbox One or PS4 Pro to output at just 1080p. Attempting to capture or stream 4K gameplay while using Elgato's Game Capture HD software will result in an error message indicating that the software does not support the 2160p resolution. But simply changing the resolution on your 4K console to 1080p will result in everything working perfectly in the Game Capture HD software. And hey, if that's what you're into, I'm not judging you, just wanted to go ahead and point out that it does actually work if you set it that way. Now, obviously, those of you that do choose to go that route are still going to be able to take advantage of super sampling and the boost mode on the PS4 Pro. But hey, most of us that just bought a new 4K capture card actually want to capture gameplay and stream in glorious 4K, right? So, what do? Well, I stumbled across a super helpful article on Elgato's own website indicating that while their Game Capture HD software does not support 4K capture and streaming, third-party solutions like OBS and XSplit totally do. So I spent several hours learning a brand new piece of streaming software, OBS in my particular case, and believe it or not, it totally works. Not only does it work, it does exactly what I have wanted so badly since buying my PS4 Pro over a year ago. OBS combined with the 4K60 Pro allows me to play a game in 4K on my television while simultaneously streaming it out in 1080p to my peeps here on YouTube, Mixer, and Twitch. This feature alone makes this card worth its weight in gold to me, as I no longer have to deal with choosing between playing games all by my little lonesome in 4K or lowering everything down to 1080p just so I can stream it. I can finally have the best of both worlds. And what of the 4K capture utility that I mentioned earlier? It's great! Turns out it's not meant for streaming at all. It's actually a super easy to use application that's meant for capturing super high quality 4K gameplay for use later in YouTube videos, projects, etc. And wow, the quality that this thing can record is simply astounding. OBS can't do anything of this caliber when it comes to straight gameplay recording. And so I'm super glad that Elgato made a piece of software like this available for free for those of us that care about immaculate video quality and super high bit rates. If Elgato ever updates this software or the Game Capture HD application to support 4K streaming, I will happily switch back over. But in the meantime, this capture card combined with OBS is a huge upgrade over my HD60 Pro, both in terms of quality and performance. And if you couldn't already guess, I am 100% satisfied with this $400 purchase. By the way, did I mention that at $400, this is actually the cheapest 4K capture card with these capabilities by a substantial substantial margin. This thing is just incredible. Okay, enough gushing from me. I've actually got some 4K Horizon Zero Dawn and 2160p Gears of War 4 calling my name right now. So, what did you guys think of this video? Let me know in the comments section below. And hey, if you didn't totally hate it, maybe consider giving it a thumbs up or sharing it with your friends. If you've made it this far in the video, just wanted to say thank you. I really appreciate it. And I also wanted to give a special shout out to each and every one of my subscribers here on YouTube. You guys rock. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would love to encourage you to check out some of my other videos. And if you like the type of content that I put together for you guys, maybe consider subscribing. It is totally free for you, and it helps this guy out quite a bit. For any of you that would like to find me other places on the internet, in addition to posting videos just like this one, I also stream. All of my live streams are available right here on YouTube, but they are also simultaneously streamed to both Mixer and Twitch if either of those services is more your cup of tea. All of my links are available in the description box below, including my Twitter info if you would like to follow me there, but I will see if I can work a little bit of video editing magic and have something pop up down here at the bottom of the screen with that information as well. Once again, just want to say thanks for watching this video all the way to the end and supporting a struggling new content creator here on YouTube. I really appreciate it, and hopefully I will catch each and every one of you in the next one.